Hey everybody, just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and I hope everybody's having a good one. I picked up some books yesterday, starting off with Catwoman #3. Like I said before, I really love this series. I love the direction it's headed and storyline so far, so good. So I'm going to keep on collecting it, as far as they keep on pumping out good storyline here. In this issue, Lola is of course, dead, shot in the head by the character Bone. And Bone is telling Catwoman while she's tied up to a chair that how horrible of a parents that he had, how he went from foster home to foster home, and how he didn't have anything, and that how he had to get everything, work hard and climb up and get everything that he wanted. In this issue, he wasn't pissed about more of the money being missing. It was more about, I guess, his coins being stolen that he worked so hard to collect. So he's telling all this to Catwoman while she's tied onto a chair, and then of course he heads out to the club and tells his goon to just beat the bloody pulp out of her. And of course one of the hinges punches her and she falls backward. The chair gets loose and she breaks the chair leg, and then gets out of it and kicks everybody's ass and goes after Bone. And of course she gets to the club and starts beating the crap out of him with a baseball bat. And of course Batman shows up and saying, hey, you know what, don't kill him, you don't want to become like him and all that and blah blah blah. So as Catwoman stops and goes closer to Batman to kiss him, she takes, I think it's a sword, and then throws him, and just throws it back. So he goes down starts falling down off the building, and Batman goes after him as she disappears. And towards the ending, she goes back to Lola's apartment and starts destroying all the evidence, that they were together and other stuff of Catwoman and everything, whatever's in the hard drive. But as she's destroying it, she's like, wow, Batman always finds me. He's quiet when he wants to, and when he wants to be known, he's not. But in reality, it's the bloody cops that show up. So in the ending, it's the cops that show up and she's in dipshit. So we'll find out what happens in the 4th issue. The next one I picked up was the Avengers, the whole Cable storyline here. I'm a huge Cable fan, but this, it starts off with the Avengers going to the city to stop a bunch of mutants that are just raising havoc, and of course Cable is on the rooftop waiting, shoots Falcon, drags him down to the sewers, and Captain America of course follows him. And as Captain America gets there, Falcon is inside a tube, with water and everything, and then there's bombs around him, and he tells Captain America, if you touch, he's gonna go boom. So they go at it, and Cable is of course in this issue is sent. He came of course to capture all the Avengers because he believes that they killed her. They killed his daughter, Hope. He looks at her as his daughter, not his real daughter. So the whole battle starts there. And towards the end, all you see is a gun. All you see is Captain America tied down to a chair, and then the gun just goes blam. And we'll wait till the next one when he takes on Iron Man. So I liked it, but I think I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a Cable thing. But in this one, of course, another thing was that Cable has 24 hours to live. So in 24 hours, he needs to figure out what happened with Hope and everything. So he's taking each Avengers down one by one. The next one was Superman. Of course, Superman issue 2. He takes on one of the creatures that came from the sky and looks like it's from Krypton, or part of Krypton, and it's an invisible creature. And the cool thing was that not even Superman could see him. And again, the cool thing was the way that he had to beat him was from the help of Lois Lane, with the whole camera, because the camera, I guess, could see the creature, but Superman himself couldn't see the creature, not even with his vision and everything. So he had to get help from the helicopters up above to beat this creature because he can see them through the camera. So again, it just feels really weird to see Superman, the direction they're taking him. So someone like me, who's a huge Superman fan, really have to get used to him. Now being helped by others than in before. He used to just do it all himself. So yeah, picked up also Superman #3. In this one, he takes on one of the ice creatures. I guess his friend Heather gets the body is taken over by one of the Kryptonians, and the ice girl right here is with his Heather is taking on Superman, and in the end he thinks he beats her, but he thinks that he has killed Heather, but in reality, Heather's like walking away, and she's still possessed by this thing that's inside her. The next one was Transformers #30. Of course, they're gonna kill Optimus Prime off, but in this issue here, pretty much Galvatron, is possessed by the Heart of Darkness and has opened it, and the dead universe starts to come through, and Optimus Prime takes his Matrix and uses it, and towards the end, there's like nobody left on the planet, like it's just empty, and he's just him by himself. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next episode, in the next issue. The next one is Detective Comics #3. Huge fan of Detective Comics. Love it. I love the whole darkness, the gory of it, the storyline. I'm just totally enjoying Detective Comics a lot. Batman tries to find where Olivia and Gordon are, and Batman's trying to find out who Barton Mathers is, which of course he is the doll maker. So, as Gordon's in jail, he sends Olivia to find Batman and give him a message. So she goes to the police station on the roof, and does the bat signal. So Batman comes, and she tells him where it is, and it gives him a note. But the note has a R backwards. So he finds out that later on it's a trap. So he goes to the building and sees there's a video with showing that Commissioner Gordon's about to go in surgery, and he's tied down to a table. And in the end, he sees Joker, one of them, just standing there. So that's towards the end. Again, I really liked it. And of course, I picked up #4 of Detective Comics. This one pretty much takes off the battle with the Joker, but it's a bunch of Jokers. It's not all of them. It's just there's like a bunch of them just dressed up as him. And as of course the doll maker's after Batman, that he wants his face and everything, another buyer comes in. So Raju, I think was his name, he goes on behalf of Penguin to go and buy Batman after the Joker captures him. But of course Batman overpowers them and beats them. And Olivia goes downstairs to save Commissioner Gordon, and then towards the end Batman goes after the doll maker, and as he's on the car, on the top of the car blows up, and then Batman finds out that it was just plastic dolls inside the car. And as the real doll maker, he got away by the helicopter. The art is really great. I really love the art in Detective Comics, and again, the story. I'm totally loving it. I can't wait for the 5th one to come out. So it's a great, great, great pickup. X-Men #1. I got this one right here, this cover, and also I got the variant cover of Uncanny X-Men #1. I watched a lot of you guys review the Uncanny X-Men, and I do have to agree with a lot of them. The Wolverine and the X-Men was a lot better than the Uncanny X-Men. I just found that it kind of fell short on where it was headed, where compared to Wolverine, it actually made sense why he was there, what was the purpose behind it, and where it was headed. All that. I mean, it just fell in place how everything happened with that particular title. With this one, Cyclops, of course, tells his team, like, what is this team is all about. Of course, Mr. Sinister's in it, and he steals the alien head that's on the statue and fights the X-Men, pretty much. So and towards the end they go towards the San Francisco as the big head goes and lands in San Francisco City. Picked up Uncanny X-Men #2. Same thing. It's I don't know. I picked it up just to see how it was, and it wasn't up to what I thought it was. Of course, the battle, continues with Mr. Sinister, and he captures them, and what's her name? Emma Frost, loses an arm. Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't get into it, so I'm gonna give it one more try. I'm gonna get issue #3 and see how it is. And if it's not where it is, then I'm just gonna stop collecting Uncanny X-Men. I expected more from this comic book, and if this doesn't work out, then I'm gonna go back to the Wolverine and X-Men. The reason I'm collecting this is because I'm a huge Cyclops fan, so that's why. And I know a lot of you guys out there don't like Cyclops, but I don't know. There's something about this guy. Also picked up Green Lantern #3, and picked up FF #9, and also picked up FF #10, which I haven't read yet. So those are the books that I picked up this week. Everybody, again, have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.